Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dhiraj Tulsiani, and I am the Regional Sales Manager at Cvent. I'm based out of our office in Cyber City, Gurgaon, and I'm responsible for managing our relationships with some of the regional and international chains in this part of the world. Now, some of you might not know much about Cvent. So I'm just going to start this presentation by giving you a little bit of background about Cvent. What do we do? Where do we come from? As we move forward, we're going to touch base on some of the initiatives that are taken by the Government of India to promote MICE in this part of the world. Post that, I'll be sharing with you some of the results of the surveys that we have conducted amongst our meeting planner audience. We have a huge database of meeting planners, so I'll be sharing with you some results, and that's going to tie it back to the theme of the presentation as to how can we understand our MICE customers in a better way. Towards the end, we'll be talking about how Cvent has positioned itself as one of the key leaders, and how can we work closely to ensure that you see success when it comes to MICE for your hotels. Right, so we started this company way back in 1999. Our headquarters is in McLean, Virginia, just outside of Washington, D.C. When we started this company, we just had one product. That is the event registration software. And that's how we were able to make relationships with so many qualified meeting planners within the industry, because whenever they needed solutions, whenever they were in the buying mode, they used to come to us for all these softwares. As we worked closer to them, they came to us with the feedback that it's quite easy for them to manage the events, but it takes a lot of effort when it comes to finding the right kind of venue for their events. We took the feedback very positively and came up with a solution called Cvent Supplier Network, which also happens to be called as Cvent Hospitality Cloud now, and is a database of more than 255,000 hotels and special event venues, and that is accessed by more than 300,000 meeting planner users from all around the world. We've really come a long way since then. We take pride in the fact that right now, because of all the efforts that we are making right now and all the money that we are putting back into the business, we're currently adding 2,000 new meeting planner organizations to our database every month. These are corporates, third parties, associations, the types of meeting planners that you would like to work with. Last year was a landmark year for us. I call 2017 as the year of mergers and acquisitions. Accor FRHI, Marriott Starwood, and at the same time, Cvent agreed to get acquired by Vista Equity, that happens to be the fourth largest software company in the world, for a whopping $1.65 billion. And Vista, who already owned Lanyon, then decided to merge both the entities. So that kind of makes Cvent and Lanyon as one company and makes us as a single largest entity in this particular space. Right, so let's just get back to the Indian MICE market. As most of you would be aware about the kind of initiatives that the Government of India right now is taking to promote MICE in this part of the world. So I do have some of these initiatives listed here. Number one, and these are some of the efforts that are done by the Ministry of Tourism, MICE promotion bureaus with industry representations that have been set up at national and destination level, creation of fund for bidding for large conventions, inventory of MICE facilities to be made online, rationalization and simplification of the conference visa regime, which I think is a very good step, and last but not the least, promotion through specialized trade fairs and focus roadshows. All these efforts have actually helped India climb its ranking from 35 to 31 on the ICCA scale, and a lot of this growth has actually come from the tier 2 cities like Bangalore, Pune, Hyderabad, Chennai, etc. While this growth is happening, we've also seen an increase happening on our channel as well in terms of the unique RFPs in the last few years. These numbers have grown exponentially, and that's also for the fact that the industry is changing overall. The industry is shifting to the online channels, right? We just had a mention of millennials in the panel discussion right now. a lot of these new meeting planners, they prefer using online solutions. So they're kind of shifting their focus from traditional ways to from phone calls and emails to online solutions like Cvent. Now, coming back to the theme of the presentation, it's very important for us as hoteliers to understand what's going on in the minds of the meeting planner. What's their psyche? And as I mentioned to you that we do conduct various surveys, keep on doing them time to time to understand what's going on in their mind and how can we effectively propose our solutions to them. So I'd like to share some results with you today. Although we've seen an increase in the number of meeting planners that are using mobile phones and tablets, still 81% of the meeting planners mentioned that they start their journey from either desktop or laptop. Almost 59% of these resources that are influencing the sourcing decisions are online. I'd like to highlight this part here, ladies and gentlemen. It's very important now to pay attention to all these different channels that are actually impacting the decision-making of the meeting planner. It's now becoming more and more important for us to have our presence not just make the website beautiful, but also ensure that you're present everywhere, be it the search engines or the online aggregators. It is also very important that we treat an eRFP as good as a walk-in guest. A lot of time it happens that a lot of salespeople would start their follow-ups once they have submitted the proposal. And when I speak with my hotel partners, I always tell them that your follow-up should be starting immediately after you have received your RFP. You should not be waiting for your proposals to go out and then call the meeting planner, especially if this is a meeting planner who's coming from western part of the world, maybe US or one of the European countries. You should be picking up the phone and speaking with them, number one, because that's going to help you set the right expectations and you'll be able to deliver accordingly as well. And also it's going to help you understand the requirement of the event in a better way. And of course, you'll be able to give out effective proposals as well. Of the top 6 factors that prevent these meeting planners from returning to your venue, 4 of them, and in fact the top 3 of them, are controlled by the hotels. So it is very important that the sales team, there are 3 things that you can do broadly. Number 1, you ensure that your sales team is equipped to understand the urgency and thoroughness required in responding to the leads. Be very, very competitive with your cost because you're responding to an online inquiry. And last but not the least, even if the property is not available, make sure you give out alternate dates. Make sure the turn down ratio is as less as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, we need you to be successful. We are there's a very popular myth here in the industry that Cvent is the middleman. We're not in the middle. We're definitely not in the middle. If we would have been in the middle, then we would definitely would have been charging commissions, right? We're not in the middle. We are rather on your side, because only when you will become successful, then we will become successful in this space. So in my conversations, when I have with a lot of my hotel chain partners, I come across this problem statement. A lot of hotels would tell me, Dhiraj, we need to increase our online visibility, but we don't really know how to go about it. Also, historically, there has been a lack of data, substantial data available for you to go ahead and take more informed decisions. A lot of these decisions, when it comes to MICE, have been mostly gut-based rather than the database. The challenges here is, and I'm sure a lot of you would agree with me here, is that we do have a lot of competition, right? There are new hotels that are coming up. There's new inventory that is coming up in your city. And you know for a fact that even the loyal customers are not giving you their 100% of the business. And a lot of this business is getting leaked out to a lot of competition. So the goal here should be that we should be able to increase our MICE revenue by growing recognition in the unexplored territories, or find new planners, because the older ones are just not giving you all of their business. And that's the reason, being a MICE leader in the industry, what we have done is we've come up with multiple solutions for our hotel partners. And some of you might have heard of these listings. We actually work with some of you on these. These are called the diamond listings, and these are the premium digital marketing placements that help your hotel to appear right in the top whenever a meeting planner is looking for a hotel in a city. So this is more of a reactive way to capture the eyeballs of the meeting planners that are coming in from all around the world and make sure that you're showing the right content to win that piece of business. This is a reactive effort. At the same time, we do have some of the proactive measures as well. There's something called Cvent video retargeting, which is one of the most latest concept that helps us, trace these meeting planners who have once visited your own website or visited Cvent's website, but they did not send you an RFP. You can trace them down. We are partnered with Google. We place cookies and make sure that a very beautiful video of your hotel or chain plays before when they are on one of these Google-based websites and they're trying to watch their own videos. So this way you can track them down till the time they eventually make a decision about their event. Once you've started to receive the leads, I think it's very important for us to manage these leads correctly. There's a very popular saying, if you can't really measure it, you can't really manage it. And we completely understand that. And that's the reason within your Cvent accounts, we'd always give you some complementary data. And this data can be gold for the hotels who want to understand the behavior of their sales team. How are the leads managed? What's the bid rate? What's the response rate? What's the response time? All of these factors have a direct impact on your conversion, and these reports are absolutely complimentary available in your Cvent accounts. Of course, we do have some paid reporting available as well that help you understand the market and your comp set. These are some of the reports that you can subscribe to on quarterly, bi-yearly, or yearly basis, and they help you know more about what's going on in the market and how you can stay ahead of your competition. That kind of brings us to the end of the presentation today. Ladies and gentlemen, when I leave the stage, of course, I'd like you all to walk away with these, with these key takeaways that you can see on the screen. But also, I'll urge you all, whenever you go back to your offices or your hotels, make sure you ask your sales team to show you the reports. See the data for yourself. See what has been the behavior in managing the leads. And that's a very intelligent data that's going to help you take some very informed decision. If some of the salespeople are not aware on how they can generate these reports, just let them know that they can contact one of the Cvent representatives, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for today.